resources, optimization tools, and efficiency hacks. Yet we are reporting unprecedented levels of burnout and a persistent lack of internal direction compared to any generation in history. Standard self-care typically involves buying solutions, mindfulness apps, curated vacations, or wellness products. These treat the external symptoms of exhaustion while leaving the underlying cause untouched. Ancient philosophy mapped this loop as the mirage, the illusion that external accumulation produces internal stability. The cycle resets when a goal is met. Achievement quickly dissolves into new desire, trapping you in constant, exhausting forward motion. Escaping this cycle requires a subtractive process. We have to unlearn the habits of accumulation and begin removing the layers of noise we've added to our lives. This unlearning is the central theme of the Shiva-Parvati dialogue, an ancient text that functions as a psychological blueprint for self-mastery. The framework relies on the tension between two forces. Shiva represents absolute stillness and the role of the observer. Parvati represents energy, action, and the manifest world. Accessing this framework requires vairagya, or radical detachment. This is the mandatory psychological input needed to maintain stillness while living in a world of constant movement. Adopting vairagya involves specific trade-offs. You must abandon the desire to control external outcomes and forfeit the consistent dopamine hits provided by material success. Rigorous mindfulness centers on the systematic destruction of the ego, a process that is often uncomfortable and inherently subtractive. We instinctively categorize emotional pain as a failure to be avoided. This framework reframes that pain as a strategic necessity. Shiva uses the analogy of a bow and arrow. To launch an arrow, the string must first be drawn back under immense pressure. This inward pulling back provides the force required to release wisdom. Suffering, in this context, is the tension needed to propel an individual toward a deeper understanding of the self. This requires you to intentionally lean into challenges. Instead of using distractions to numb discomfort, you use the pressure of the moment to drive your focus inward. The trade-off is the loss of the victim narrative. You exchange the comfort of blaming external circumstances for the acute discomfort of taking full responsibility for your internal state. In this system, challenges function as structural invitations to return to your core identity. To address the chaos of the mind, the text suggests the practice of mauna, or absolute silence. The text uses the mountain and the weather to clarify this practice. Consider Mount Kailash. Its peak remains immovable despite the storms passing over it. The weather represents our shifting moods, anxieties, and daily fears. We experience suffering when we identify with these temporary storms rather than the solid rock beneath them. Practicing mana requires trading the illusion of productive busyness for periods of total stillness. You have to endure the initial boredom and irritation of unfiltered thoughts to find the silence underneath. Detaching your identity from these changing weather patterns allows you to anchor into your unchanging core. We can apply the same logic to our relationships and the common fear of loss. The framework distinguishes between habitual attachment and love. Attachment is driven by the ego's hunger to possess, while love is described as the soul's fragrance. Sun-like love involves providing warmth and light to others without attempting to own or restrict them. To achieve this, you must dismantle the desire to control people. This is difficult because control is a primary survival mechanism for the ego. The distinction is clear. Attachment binds and creates anxiety, while love provides freedom and expansion. Loss only breaks the attachments we have formed. The capacity for love itself remains intact. These ancient frameworks function as specific psychological tools for modern life. This scorecard helps determine if this rigorous path aligns with your current goals. For the exhausted optimizer, practicing mana restores cognitive bandwidth by cutting through the noise of constant decision-making. The specific trade-off for this group is the need to stop equating constant activity with actual progress. For the anxious seeker, the sun-like love framework provides a path to emotional resilience by removing the fear of losing control over others. These concepts provide calculated responses to the specific pressures of modern existence. This framework is a poor fit for anyone satisfied with temporary highs, or those unwilling to face the discomfort required to deconstruct the ego. In this tradition, living is a process of waking up from forgetfulness. The world acts as a mirror, reflecting your internal state until you remember your true nature. The final shift is remembering that while emotions may crash like waves, you are the entire unchanging ocean beneath them.